Okay, yep. My name is Genevieve Morrissey and I'm a counsellor here in Broadwater. So it's good to see you all here tonight. I'm going to speak to you tonight about the invisible power of words. If there's one thing that we need to live a well, healthy and balanced life, it is a fluency in emotional language. First off, I'm going to ask you to do a little experiment. Can you read these words with me? Betrayed, humiliated, rejected, used, lonely, disappointed, hurt, miserable. And I want you to check with your body and see how that feels. And now read these ones with me. Terrific, free, proud, passionate, wonderful, loved, happy, and excited. Now check in with your bodies and feel how that feels. What this shows us is that there is a physical imprint attached to emotional words. And if they're unexpressed, they can lodge like splinters in various parts of our bodies. And typically that would be in our throats, our hearts, excuse me, and our guts. And if you just remember things like getting butterflies, understanding the connection between words and how we use them is one of the most profound tools of change that we can come across. Authentic communication requires us to become conscious of the invisible power of words and the drivers underneath them. Everyday language has this habit of reducing our vocabulary back to a very basic level, and we're capable of reducing it even further, aren't we? I mean, some of our favourite responses are, sure, don't ask, whatever, it's crap, no worries, get stuffed, and yeah, good. When we use words like these automatically and unconsciously, we're selling ourselves short. We're not telling the truth of who we are and what our needs are. The end result is that we can often feel unheard, dismissed, disillusioned, or numb. We also assign magical capabilities to other people in our lives, like foresight, mind reading, intuition, and clairvoyance. We just assume that the people around us will have the ability to fully comprehend and interpret unspoken feelings, and then they'll automatically know what it is that we need from them. All emotional words have drivers underneath them. For instance, if we use the example of being mad or angry, what's the driver underneath the incident or event that has impacted on us so greatly? What happened? What are we really feeling? Were you deliberately made to feel annoyed or angry? So the driver under that would be provoked. Were you taken unfair advantage of? And the driver underneath that is exploited. Were you talked about in a breach of confidence or led astray? And the driver there being betrayed. So they all have very different meanings. The unexpressed emotions underneath these drivers are not benign. They need to be given a voice that sort of says, listen to me, I matter. Speak up, see me. If not given a voice, these emotions will germinate and they'll take root deep inside of us. And then they manifest in a variety of ways. Fear, anxiety, anger, grief, depression, a lack of joy, being in control, and so on. And then there's a raft of physical illnesses. These are our very own personal time bombs. And we have our own ways of dealing with them. We can be grumpy for days on end, use sarcasm, give the silent treatment, people please, be dismissive, just to name a few. Or we simply may just be one of those people who become numb. In counselling, we call these behaviours defence mechanisms. And they are sure indicators that your emotional needs are not being met. And here's a few more. Blaming and shaming, people-pleasing, shouting at someone, intellectualising, being passive-aggressive, being in denial, and moaning and gossiping also fit into that category. As we learn to be more aware of the connection between words and how we feel, we can respond instead of react to situations. We can put out the spot fires instead of fanning the flames and making the situation much worse, which is often our learned default behaviour. When we develop an expanded emotional vocabulary, we are not only able to diffuse our time bombs, we are much more likely to be able to recognise what our needs are and to be able to ask for them. And here are some of our needs: to be supported, to be seen, to be respected, to experience kindness, to be treated as an equal, and to be included. And can I also say that this works with positive emotions as well? If we take happy, for instance, what are the drivers underneath it? Are you actually feeling confident? So you are being supported there. Are you actually feeling loved? The driver is accepted. Are you feeling relaxed? The driver under that would be feeling safe. Understanding the invisible power of emotional words was a real game changer for me in my personal life. And it also enhances what I do as a counsellor tenfold. If authentic communication is the key to a meaningful, balanced life, then words are its lifeblood. If what I have said tonight resonates with you, do something about it. Don't wait until the time bombs explode. Educate yourself. Read. Seek counselling. Put your hand up and ask for help. Take responsibility for your own emotional self. You will not regret it. So again, I'm Genevieve Morrissey, a holistic counsellor in Broadwater, and I have a passion for helping people who feel stuck and who want to lead a more fulfilling and wholehearted life. I've bought plenty of copies of the Feeling Words list, if anybody wants one, and I'm quite happy to chat about this after. Thank you all.